hasn't. She's been outcast by the devil. I'm thinking he's more outcast by the Puritans than I am at this point. Who knows what's going to happen with that little nightmare? Horrible child. I don't know what she would do. I'm quite happy for her to like live in the woods and become the new Petrus, but maybe I'm saying that now. Maybe I'm going to hate that 4 episodes in when it's just me in that hut.
I'm like a soothsayer.
Acting opposite myself. Who knows? Janet and I pitched that perhaps because she's dead in the woods and I'm dead in the woods, perhaps we could come across each other and because needs must, combine our powers to do something. I love the zombie genre. I'm a huge Walking Dead fan. I love Night of the Living Dead, which is not really zombie, but yeah, I love zombies. My favourite zombie film is 28 Days Later, because I think they upped it. When they start running, I cannot.
Ever since I had kids, it's hard for me to watch horror. Just something totally changed for me, and I was just like...
For the fear of them hearing it, or...?
No, it's like, when you have kids, it's described as like your heart being outside your body, and like I think when you first watch horror, it's kind of about overcoming the fears that you feel for yourself, but you have control over, you know, who you are in the face of that adversity. But when you have children and you see these awful things, you're just like, no, and it just like puts sick stuff in your mind. So I'm appalled by the work I'm doing now. I think our show, you know, is kind of different, and I think it's more in the supernatural fantasy realm. I kind of see our show as like an American Game of Thrones, you know.
There is a little horror element, but not.
But fantasy has that. I mean, every genre has that. What I do love about the horror on our show is that it's practical effects instead of CGI, because I think there is a real art to that. And Matthew Mungold, who brilliantly works on our show, like,
he's an artist.
I mean, it's like kind of watching a Jim Henson piece or something, you know, like that aspect of horror I do appreciate in terms of like making creatures and magical things seem real. I think Cotton is, though, a receptive man, and I think, you know, evolved for his time period. I mean, one of my favorite lines from last season is, I talk about how we should run away together, and she says she doesn't want to, and I say, but didn't you hear what I said? I love you.
No, yeah.
Which is just, it just shows the ignorance of men in that time period. It's like, isn't that all a woman really wants, is a man to love her? And I'm doing that, and you're not satisfied? I feel like because of that statement, he's now suffering under her spell and under her control. What I would love to see is kind of what's going on inside his mind, and have that be manifested in some kind of reality that we can view and see. And I imagine that karmically he'll discover some bit of wisdom or knowledge where he kind of understands where Anne is coming from.